Hello everyone, welcome to Nareen's Life with MS. This is Nareen, and it's time for Slowdown Saturday. And I'm so sorry that my hairstyle today is making me look very much like a cartoon character. Uh, so it is. Anyways, one thing I wanted to talk about today, especially, is the fact that we innately have the ability to slow down time. And the funny part is, we normally don't do that, right? I mean, one thing we always say, I think it's a very common phrase, which is time really flies when you're having fun. And so people think that it means that time slows down when you're doing something boring. And sometimes it does seem like that. But more so than that, one thing that I really think does slow down time is us just extending each moment, right? And one way I found to extend such moments is by changing our breathing patterns, right? I'm sure sometimes what ends up happening is you start doing breathing exercises, you know, breathe in for the count of 3, hold it for the count of 4, breathe out for the count of 5, for example. Now, what about you breathe in, you can hold if you want, you don't have to hold, breathe out, then hold your breath, right? So your body is technically empty of air, and you're pretty much asking yourself that on an empty state you stay for 5 seconds, 6 seconds, nothing too long, and actually see the clarity that happens. A lot of times, because one of the things that do end up happening is, why do we say that time flies when we're having fun? Because whatever we consider fun is usually fast paced. It's usually something that is so engaging that and is obviously helping us, providing us a lot of the good hormones, the happy hormones. So as a result, our heart rate is increased, our pulse is sky high almost, and so we are pretty much living in that sphere of euphoria. And that is when time does fly. Time actually speeds up because our heart rate is so fast, our thoughts are so fast, our brain is just going crazy. So really, it's not the boring things that actually slow time down. It is just the lack of that stimulation that makes things fun. And it's not that, I'm maybe the kind of person who actually enjoys, times of solitude, quiet times. I love, I can very much enjoy sitting on this chair for hours on end doing absolutely nothing. But once but if you actually think about it, it's not really you. As much as you feel that time is a constant, it isn't. And the easiest way to do it is to just slow your own breathing down, and maybe even engage in certain ways to slow your breathing. Not only your not only breathing while exercising, breathing while doing yoga, doing yoga, pranayama, like all of those things. It's more about, you know, just taking that time, slowing your breath down, because obviously time speeds up when our breathing is fast, when our heart is racing, when we are having that much stimulation. So, the exact opposite, if you're looking to slow down time, like I like to slow down every Saturday, breathe slower, just embrace, the each second as a breath either going in or going out, and see if that actually does slow down your Saturdays, because it definitely does for me. And at least for me, I don't find that boring. So, yes, what do you think of this? Please do share your thoughts, your insights, your experiences so that we can get the conversation started. Of course, with that said, this is Nareen's Life with MS. I am Nareen, and I'm hoping your weekend is going very well. And I hope you are getting the much needed rest you deserve. And with all of that said, here is me wishing you a good night, sweet dreams, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.